It's 6:30. Good morning, I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Reports of a plane crash southwest of Cessnock have turned out to be a false alarm. A Laguna man called authorities yesterday after hearing a plane's engine backfire as it flew north. The Pol Air helicopter searched the area but couldn't find anything, while local aero clubs didn't report any missing planes. The man is due to face court today over a violent break-in at Lambton. The 34-year-old is accused of smashing a window to get into his former partner's unit in Howe Street at about 4:30 yesterday morning. Joanne Elliott from police headquarters says a male friend of the woman was there at the time and got into a scuffle with the man who was armed with a knife.
A friend of the resident was able to hold the man and contact police. That friend suffered a small cut across his back, but he's declined medical treatment. And we've got police from Newcastle arresting a 34-year-old man at the scene. He was taken to Waratah Police Station. He's been charged with aggravated break and enter with intent while armed. He was refused bail and he'll be appearing in Newcastle local court later today.
Police have charged a Mayfield man accused of going on a violent rampage last night. The 35-year-old had been causing a disturbance outside the Woolies store on Maitland Road at about 5:30 and was driven home by police. However, he returned about 40 minutes later, allegedly smashing the window of a phone box in Hanbury Street with a brick paver before ripping off the number plate of a car parked in the supermarket car park and throwing it at the vehicle. He's been refused bail to face Newcastle local court today, charged with failing to move on and 2 counts of malicious damage. A draft strategy to promote the growth of Raymond Terrace and Heatherbrae has been released by Port Stephens Council. The strategy outlines 34 actions which will assist in achieving the goal of making these strong town centres, boosting the Shire's health, retail and employment areas. Council's planning coordinator Peter Marler says the strategy will create a more desirable environment for people to visit.
Raymond Terrace and Heatherbrae is one of 6 regional centres within the Lower Hunter, and we're hoping that this strategy will provide for the future growth of Raymond Terrace into a major regional centre and a great place to work and live.
Newcastle Airport is flying high after posting its best July numbers on record. More than 140,000 people flew in and out of Williamtown last month, which is up 2% on the same time last year. Flights to Brisbane and Sydney for State of Origin 3 and the Wallabies match respectively, along with school holidays and the new services to Canberra, have all contributed to these strong results. Newcastle health researchers are starting a new clinical trial which aims to improve Hunter residents' balance between sleep and activity. The study seeks to change the behaviour of Hunter residents in an ongoing effort to reduce the risks of diabetes and heart disease. Mitch Duncan from the Hunter Medical Research Institute says if they're eligible, Hunter residents should put their names down.
So we're after people who are aged 30 to 50 who are inactive and frequently feel like they still need more sleep. And if they own an iPhone or an Android device, they're eligible to take part. And the easiest way to take part is to go to balance.org.au.
Sport for our sponsor, Warners Bay Sports Club, Fishing Expo, September 13.
The Newcastle Knights remain last on the NRL ladder following a 38-22 loss to the Sydney Roosters at Hunter Stadium yesterday. Trailing by 32 points at half-time, 4 tries in 26 minutes by Sione Mataltia, Joseph Tarpany, Jeremy Smith and Kurt Gidley brought the Knights within touching distance of a remarkable comeback. However, it was all too little, too late. Interim coach Danny Badiris says he was proud of the team's second-half efforts.
The fighting qualities in the second half, couldn't be more proud of them in that sense, that's for sure. But it's just too hard to sort of call anything back from that scenario. So there was a bit of pride there for him, a bit of fun. I thought Kurt was fantastic.
Charlestown have kept their Newcastle Rugby League semi-final hopes alive with a shock 32-14 victory over the second-placed Lakes United at St John Oval. It was Central's 3rd straight victory over a top 5 opponent and now leaves the Butcher Boys just 2 points outside the top 5 with 2 rounds remaining. And back-to-back victories by the Newcastle North Stars over the Adelaide Adrenaline on the weekend has all but guaranteed the team the Australian Ice Hockey League Minor Premiership. That's Sport, I'm Rhys Wicks.
2 in your RFM News Time, 25 to 7.